And I asked that question of Sami Gyamfi last week. That really, are there not suspicions? And are the suspicions not reasonable? That the circumstances they talk about, and now the new things we are being told about, about flight coming direct and not going anywhere before and so on. Yeah.
Samson, this matter is simple. It is not complicated at all. Honorable Ntim Fordjour is my ranking member. He serves on the Defense and Interior Committee. And on that committee, it is not business as usual. You don't just go out there and make allegations against the national security apparatus when you haven't established anything. But Samson, what is most important is that that committee is one which deserves...
Show me where it is.
Oh, Mesa, please, when we were talking, I was calm and quiet. So let me make my point. Your ranking member had every opportunity under the sun to have called for a meeting with the security agencies of our state.
Under what rule?
And he's done that before.
I want to know the rule.
He's done that before. You have been a member of parliament before.
Certainly.
And you know how parliament...
How many press conferences did you hold through committees?
Those press conferences I addressed as
what are we talking about?
But did not make unfounded allegations bordered on crime.
Go ahead and make your point.
But your ranking member made allegations which border on crime. An opportunity was extended to him to assist state security to establish whether some crime had been committed or not. He made allegations bordering on money laundering, cocaine trafficking. These are very serious allegations. And as a ranking member, he knew he had the power to call for a meeting, an engagement with the security agencies. And you make all his inquiries, interrogate the issues. He didn't do that. He went straight to the media.
He did that the second day. He wrote a letter asking for the meeting.
After he had addressed a press conference.
That's correct.
And made the allegations.
What's wrong with that?
And the president called for
a probe. He says, what's wrong with that?
Well, everything is wrong with that because, you see, when you do that, you put the cart before the donkey. And previously, the same person had actually asked me to summon the Minister for Interior, Minister for Defense to respond to certain issues, and I did that, just that. But this time around, he elected to go to the media first. And when the security apparatus was asked to investigate the allegations he had made, the same person then chose to run to the committee, seek refuge under the committee. And I said, no, wait a minute. Go and assist the state security apparatus to investigate the allegations he had made, so that at a subsequent date, we would now invite the state security apparatus to appear before the committee and present before us
under what rule?
A comprehensive report on the outcome of his investigation.
I can't understand these things.
But you see, Mesa, let me remind you that parliaments select committees, and the Committee for Defense and Interior, for that matter, has not got the power and the competence to conduct criminal investigations. Your ranking member made allegations which bordered on the commission of crime. And so the appropriate institutions
and so he can be compelled,
which would have investigated those allegations of crime were the ones
he can be compelled
that were
to
instructed to investigate.
To investigate those allegations.
You see, Mesa, if your ranking member was not being malicious,
I don't understand.
No. You see, if your ranking member was not being malicious, why did he run away from going to assist the security agency?
But he's under no obligation to do so. That's the point that I'm making.
But you see, as
he's
a
under
ranking
no
member,
obligation whatsoever.
As a ranking member who should be taken seriously.
What law enjoins him to make or assist the security to investigate?
No law enjoins him But
So why are you imposing that burden on him?
he is a ranking.
I cannot understand.
I thought you guys said he's a whistleblower.
And the whistleblower is mandated by law to assist in investigation.
Something.
Okay, sorry.
I need to invoke your power as the host
please go on.
to rein in mercy and allow me to make my
It's all right.
point.
It's all right. It's all right.
You see, we are talking about the ranking member. The ranking member of the Defense and Interior Committee.
What's special about that?
Oh, Mesa.
Close them down, let's talk.
Mesa, don't do this again. Mesa, don't do this again.
Mesa, you are talking to the Ghanaians, the Ghanaian public. You are saying that after making those spurious allegations, it was not obligatory for him to assist the state institutions which have the power to investigate such matters, to draw conclusions. Is that what you are saying? If that is your argument, then I'm suggesting to you that your ranking member was malicious. When he made that press conference, he didn't have his facts right, and subsequent exposés have shown that he didn't even have his facts right. I mean, he sat down, concocted the story, and threw it at the state. And the president said, no, you know what, these are serious allegations. I won't let it pass. We must investigate. We must get to the bottom of these allegations. Go and assist the state to unravel all the mysteries surrounding the so-called aircraft which landed with that cargo, as you put it. You said you wouldn't go. If you wouldn't go, then clearly you are within the realm of what? Publishing false information, and that is criminal. Which takes me to the argument you made that the mode of arrest was not in tandem with law. How is it not in tandem with law?
First, he's an MP, and they've told us over and again that you must resort to Article 117, which says that an MP cannot be arrested and so on and so forth. Ntim Fordjour himself says if it's in his constituency doing anything,
Samson,
you can arrest
he was
him.
not in his constituency. He was in his home.
Okay.
What does Article 117 of the Constitution say? It's very clear. It says civil or criminal processes coming from any court or place out of Parliament shall not be served. It talks about service. But 115 clothes members with immunity, right? And I think 116 talks about immunity from proceedings for acts in Parliament. Now, the fundamental point we're making here is that he may have addressed the press conference in Parliament, but given the nature of the allegations he made, shouldn't he have assisted voluntarily? Remember that going to assist the BNI to investigate a matter doesn't make you a suspect.
He says he has no obligation to do so.
But that is irresponsible given the nature of the allegations he made. That is the height of irresponsibility. It means he was being malicious. And that is why we're saying that your ranking member got it wrong. Bobo, he didn't do well at all. The mode of arrest was clearly in consonance with the law. It is very clear. And something in section 10.2a of Act 30, he made reference to Act 10.2a, but deliberately refused to read the content of Act 10.2a. It's very clear, section 10, it says that a senior officer can arrest upon reasonable suspicion that a crime has been committed. Yes. Given the overall conduct of your ranking member, the Honorable Ntim Fordjour, his refusal to assist with the investigation of the allegations he himself had made, any reasonable mind should draw the conclusion that no. I mean, he had committed the offense of publishing false information. And that is why the senior officer went there and said, look, I didn't need the warrant to effect any arrest. So which of these provisions have been breached? Okay. Honorable Mesa, which of these provisions? Okay. But something, let me address one thing. The government spokesperson, the minister responsible for government's communication, was constrained to release some information, which was proper. He did that because of the behavior of Ntim Fordjour. Even after the initial press conference had been made, Honorable Felix Kwachi addressed the media and said, look, some investigation had been done. And remember that there is a security coordinator at the airport. They compiled a comprehensive report and attached even pictorial evidence of all the checks they had carried in respect of the 2 aircraft which landed in this country, right? He has the report, pictorial evidence of the aircraft being inspected and all that by all the relevant agencies. You wanted the government spokesperson to have kept quiet and allow Ntim Fordjour to run amok with those spurious allegations. That is why he was constrained to release some of the information he put out there, so that at least the public deserves to know what was actually happening. The man tagged us with a certain bad reputation that under President Mahama, the narco trade was beginning to flourish. I mean, he's superintending over money laundering and all that. You don't do that and get away with it, especially when the allegations are false. So government spokesperson in those circumstances was constrained to come out, at least release excerpts of some of the evidence they had uncovered.
Okay, so you hold on now. You've also done some 10-minute